Hey there, creepy peeps. Excuse the hair. I recently got out of the shower and I don't like to blow dry my hair. I'm gonna do another come with me review for Brightburn. You guys seem to really like the last one I did, which was for The Curse of La Llorona. So if you haven't seen that, I will link it up on the screen somewhere. Also, Emma didn't yell at me for copying her because I know she likes to do these. So we're all good. We're gonna do another one, although it is a super sunny day outside here in Florida. So I don't think it'll be as entertaining because I'm not anticipating any freak storms coming out of nowhere. On that note, if you are a creepy patron peep that lives in, I don't even know all the areas that are being hit. Oklahoma, I don't know if Texas was hit. And I can't remember any of the other areas, but if you are in one of those areas that was hit by a tornado or in the vicinity, I hope you are okay and stay safe. Anyways, though, we are going to be going to watch Brightburn. I don't know 100% what this is about. I just know the premise, which I'm sure most of you guys also know. It's like basically like Superman, but if Superman was bad. I'll give you a better summary once I actually leave the movie and I know how to summarize it better. I've not been avoiding trailers for this. I've just not been seeking them out, if that makes sense. So I haven't watched what I think is the most recent trailer, which apparently was supposed to showcase how gory this movie is going to be. That's at least what I've heard. So I am excited for that. I'm ready for some gore. And it seems like for the most part, the horror community is excited about it. Again, I don't know if this is a full-on horror movie, but I know it is at least part horror. From what I understand, it's kind of supposed to be like superhero meets a horror movie. So we'll see how it goes. I'm quite excited to watch it. I'm quite interested to see what the deal is here. So yeah, without further ado, I've got my my movie theater essentials. I got my jacket because it's Florida, so they always crank up the AC in the theaters. Got my keys, got my purse, and I got a little sneaky snack in there. And yeah, so let's go. I dropped you guys. I'm so glad I was recording when I did that. Okay, sorry if you hear the air. It's very hot. It's already 90 and it's not even noon yet. Okay, so I'm about to go in and see Brightburn. Should be interesting. I think when I went to buy my tickets, there was only one other person in the theater. So I don't know, maybe I'll meet a horror friend because I need somebody to go to the movies with because I'm so alone.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
I'll let you guys know when I come out what I thought. It should say it in the title, but just to reiterate before we get into the review, which will be in a split second for you guys, this will be spoiler free. I'm trying to get better at making sure my new movie reviews are spoiler free because I know a lot of you guys like to watch movie reviews before you go see a movie just to see if it's worth it, but you still don't want the spoilers. So so there won't be any spoilers, so don't worry. All right, I will see you guys in like a second. So while you guys are waiting for me to get out of the movie, how about I give you a proper summary of Brightburn, which is directed by David Yarovesky. Probably said that wrong. So the plot of the movie asks the question, what if a child from another world crash landed on Earth, but instead of becoming a hero to mankind, he proved to be something far more sinister? So like I promised, I'm not going to spoil anything. So let's talk about what's good with this movie. It was definitely entertaining, I have to say. Like, if more Marvel movies were like this movie, I would definitely watch more Marvel movies. I don't know if there was like a joke in there or something, but it's like the perfect bridge, I think, for any horror fans out there that are perhaps like me and you don't really vibe with the superhero movies, or you don't anymore. Like, I used to really like superhero movies, but then like they're just so formulaic and I just got bored with them. So if you're like me and you kind of aren't a huge fan of the superhero movies, but you love horror, this is kind of like the perfect bridge between that. There's just tons of horror elements in the movie. Lots of, I mean, there are some good jump scares. It was pretty gory, I gotta say. The gore was like on point, and it was a fair mixture between CGI and practical effects, I think. So I was like, as somebody who tends to prefer the practical effects, I was satisfied, and the CGI was not so ridiculous that it was like uber noticeable and annoying, you know what I mean? In terms of the story, it did follow pretty much exactly like any superhero origin movie that I've ever seen. Mind you, I haven't watched a superhero movie in years, so just keep that in mind as I'm saying this. I'm not an expert in that genre of film, but it followed pretty much like any origin story. Like our main character, Brandon, who is this super being, basically hits puberty, and that's kind of what jumpstarts this, like, as you do, you know. I feel like that's a pretty common element. Your body goes through changes, and his happens to be superpowers and things like that. So that is kind of, it's predictable, but not. Like, it's predictable in that it's a common superhero origin story, but like the evil spin is what you're watching it for, and that's where it's going to differ. And yeah, I really loved the score. I thought the cast was great. We had Elizabeth Banks playing Brandon's mother, and David Denman, I don't know how you say his last name, playing his father, and I thought that was really great. Wasn't really expecting, I mean, I kind of was, but wasn't expecting how it was going to go, but I will say, like, I would be way more interested in this becoming like a series within the horror genre as opposed to like the Conjuring verse. Like, you know, we've been talking about how the Conjuring universe is like ever expanding, and it's kind of like the horror genre's Marvel universe essentially. I would be way more interested in this becoming a series, and this is going to be the only spoiler I talk about. Very small. I'm not going to give away any plot details, but it is something that happens. So I'll put up our little mute icon, and as soon as you see it disappear, you can turn the sound back on, or unless you don't care. I promise it really doesn't have anything to do with the plot.
There is there's kind of like a little scene that happens while the credits start to roll. There's no post-credit scene or anything like that, but it alludes to the fact that there could be sequels. I don't know if there's actually going to be a sequel. Maybe they'll just wait and see how this movie does, but they definitely left the door open for more movies and more superheroes, which I'm not excited for. If that becomes a thing, let's make it a thing.
Okay, so spoiler over. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I feel like there was a lot left unexplained, so I really hope that there is like a follow-up to this where maybe we can understand a little bit more, because they do leave you in the dark about a lot of things. Like, not what the movie's about though, so I was okay with it. It's not about finding out where Brandon comes from exactly and exactly his origins, and they do kind of give you hints if you pay attention towards the beginning of the movie, especially when Brandon is in class, they kind of give you a hint as to what's happening a little bit if you're listening. Always pay attention in class, kids. I love that they chose to do that in a school setting as well. Like, it was just kind of perfect. So pay attention in class and maybe you'll get a little hint about what's going on. But that's not what the movie was about, so I was okay with them withholding that information. It was about Brandon coming into his powers and figuring that out. So yeah, overall I liked it. Like, I had a good time watching it. It was entertaining and it was like my kind of superhero movie. So I'm feeling like a 4 out of 5. I thought the performances were great. I thought the score was great, especially the lighting. There's a lot of red. You know, red is kind of his thing. That's like his color. And so they make a lot of use of red lighting and purple highlights, I guess. I don't know, was it just me, but I noticed like there were a lot of female characters with purple highlights. Really 2, but it just felt like a weird thing to, like, this is a younger girl, so she's gonna have purple highlights. I don't know, maybe I was the only one that noticed that, or maybe it was like the lighting or something that was weird and made it seem like they had purple in their hair. I don't know. Anyways, that was a weird thing. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Let's see, maybe if before my battery dies, I can see what the ratings are right now really quick. I'm gonna try. On IMDb right now, as of Friday afternoon, it has a 6.6 out of 10. On Letterboxd, sorry, I'm gonna do this kind of backwards because Letterboxd is already open. It has a 2.9 out of 5. It seems like you guys, for the most part, agree. A lot of 3s, 3.5s, and 4s. An odd 2-star here or there. Not too many of you have seen it yet. I'll put up on the other side of the screen the ratings as of Monday when I'm editing it. So we'll see how it differs. But this is just as of Friday afternoon. Come on. Trying to see on Rotten Tomatoes. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 59% critic score. Yep, critic score, and I don't actually see an audience score, so, which is weird. Oh, here it is. 81% audience score, and that's out of 69 ratings. So I'll put up another set of ratings on the screen so you can see what they are as of Monday when I'm editing this. But so far so good. If you're interested at all in checking it out, definitely do. And yeah, that's all I have for you. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know you want more Come With Me reviews. Sorry it's a bit scrambled. Normally I let myself sit with it for a few days and then I do a review, but anyways, what did I just say? If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a creepy peep today. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, even though it doesn't always work. I'm sorry, it's a YouTube thing. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!
This video is brought to you by all these lovely creepy patron peeps that you see listed on the left-hand side of the screen. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link that is in the description of this video. No pressure, but it's there if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye!